Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Tabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And first of all, we want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating it today. And before we get into the video, be sure to make sure you like the channel, subscribe to like the video, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is Charles Tabansi. My handle is CTABANZ. You want to follow the channel on Instagram, same name as the channel, Dreamers Pro. And if you want today's full show before it comes out, it is streaming for free on Apple Podcasts, so make sure you check that out. We have that pinned in the comment section below. So let me get into this topic here. Today, it's Thanksgiving, so I'm going to give some of these guys this work today because a lot of them are getting on my damn nerves. So I said, hey, why not speak my piece and then let them cry about it on their channels or, cry about it in the comment section. It is what it is. I'm going to speak my piece. Anyway, yesterday, I came across a clip that was referring to an achievement that LeBron James just made. LeBron James, as you guys know, some of you may be aware, he just eclipsed 39,000 points, right? Now, the reason I didn't think it was such a big deal is because I'm thinking more maybe these even numbers are a big deal, or maybe when you pass someone else. I think the bigger deal was him passing Kareem, or maybe him now ultimately getting to 40,000 points, which he will most likely accomplish this year. So 40,000 I think would be a bigger thing, but I didn't decide to talk about it. I didn't care much to talk about it. Other people did. So that happened. Then what happened? Of course, some people now use this as a means to now bring up this Michael Jordan. It's always these guys bringing it up. I've never heard Michael Jordan talk about it. But they use it now as a vehicle to now bring up the Michael Jordan comparisons and say, well, LeBron just achieved this longevity stat, so therefore he's better than Michael Jordan. So what happened? I came across a clip from The Odd Couple featuring Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, one of my favorite shows out there, and they were talking about this. Now, if you know anything about Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, these are LeBron guys. Rob Parker, I believe, has LeBron James number 2 all time. Chris Broussard has LeBron James number 2 all time. So it's not like as if these are not people that dislike LeBron, although to some LeBron supporters, if you say a negative word about him, it means you hate him, even though you rank him pretty highly. So they brought this idea to them, and they were reacting to some comments about how this could possibly, actually they were reacting to the comments of Dan Patrick of how this could mean that LeBron has somehow eclipsed Michael Jordan. And to my surprise, they pushed back on it pretty harshly. But before we even get into that, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app with over 28 million downloads. There are more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. And with the NFL and NBA season in full swing, SeatGeek has your tickets to every game. Now, here's the best part and the reason I absolutely love SeatGeek. They put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you are getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Every ticket is backed by the buyer's guarantee, and SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event. And we have great news for you because we got you guys a really good deal. Use code DREAMERSPRO for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code DREAMERSPRO. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. And remember, when you try SeatGeek by using the link in the description below, just know that you're helping this channel. So what we want to do is play the exchange between Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to that there.
If I could pick one player's career, Rob, that I could have, I'm just talking straight basketball. I'm not talking off the court. I'm not talking personality, any of that. I would take Michael Jordan's. Now, LeBron's has been great. We both think he's the second best player ever. But I would take Jordan's because the dominance was ridiculous.
I'm with you. That's why the Dan Patrick, I'm thinking of Dan Miller in Detroit, the Lions radio guy. Dan Patrick's take here is I don't know, but he goes out of his way to say he'll take Michael. Why not just say I would take LeBron's career?
Right.
If you
right.
want now,
because
he
kind of said,
something.
Rob, right? We kind of said, if I guess if I'm own a franchise and I can get LeBron for 21 years, which LeBron's played for 4 different franchises or iterations, right? Cleveland twice. but I could get LeBron for 21 years, or I could get Jordan for 13 or 15 or 11, however you want to count it. He's saying he would take LeBron. So if that's what you want to do, then just say it.
Just say that. But he didn't say that, and that's the problem I have with the take, is that it was both sides. You got to get on either side of the fence.
And Rob, you know, we've said this before about those that say Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever, but LeBron James has had the best career.
Right.
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
Then LeBron's better. Just say that.
Right, just say that.
Or Jordan had a better career.
But they
One or
can't
the other.
say it, though. They can't say it. That's why they always have to hedge it with LeBron. They have to hedge it because if it's to win a game or win a championship, who would I pick? It's not hands down Michael Jordan. Well, isn't that what you're playing for? To win a championship? Come on. And then Michael never got beat, never went to a Game 7, revolution, changed the NBA. Look at his sneakers. They buy more of his sneakers. This guy hasn't played in 20 years, 15 years, Chris.
Oh, they're more popular now.
Right.
Probably, than ever.
I got 40 pair. They're more popular, like crazy. But you get my point. Like, really? Longevity is better than a guy who totally dominates and wins 10 scoring championships in 13 years, Chris. 10 in a row.
Yeah, and we keep saying 13 years because Jordan only played 13 full seasons in the league.
Right.
The second year of his career, he got injured and only played like 17 games. And then of course, he came back from baseball one season and played the last 18 games or something. And so that's why we're saying 13. He only had 11 years with the Chicago Bulls, and he won 6 championships in those 11 years. Now, this is to take nothing away from LeBron. Rob, I think you throw in you want to look at some comparisons. I think LeBron, obviously, you could compare him to Hank Aaron, right? Now, Hank Aaron, it's him breaking Babe Ruth's home run record was obviously bigger than LeBron James scoring 39,000 points. But I'm talking about in terms of the feat. Hank Aaron, Rob, never hit 50 home runs in a season.
He hit one time. I thought it was one. No,
his most ever was 47.
47, I'm sorry, yeah.
And he only led the league in home runs 4 times. Right. So it speaks to his tremendous longevity.
And you're right. That is a good way of looking at LeBron and Hank Aaron, because Hank did all these things, and Chris, like, his numbers.
So you heard what Chris Broussard and Rob Parker had to say. Listen, let me tell you what I believe is causing the friction. The thing that I believe is causing this friction is that some of these LeBron supporters just can't let it be. LeBron is a great player. He's one of the top 5 players of all time in my personal view. Some people get on me, how dare you have him so high? Some people do, how dare you have him so low? 5, he should be 1, 2, whatever. But he's one of the greatest players of all time. I think where we begin to have this friction is when LeBron himself, by going out and saying this may be the greatest player of all time, when Rich Paul and Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp and all of these people continue to use these various milestones to now say, okay, well, this is why he's better than Michael Jordan, or Michael Jordan could never do this, or Michael Jordan could never. Then you begin to get this pushback. And that's essentially what was happening in this soundbite, because they were reacting to some comments that Dan Patrick said, where he was like, who had the better career. And I was like, if you think LeBron had the better career, then say he's better than Michael Jordan. But they want to say that. But you say he had the better career. So this is where you have this pushback. To me, I personally don't see it as a debate. Some people believe it is. I don't believe it is. I don't even think it's close. That is something that really bothers some people. I personally don't care. I don't think it's close. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't think it's close. I think MJ clears LeBron and everyone else pretty easily. Some people disagree. Some people say it's Will. Some people say it's Kareem. I think it's Michael Jordan. This is just my view. And I don't think this stat means that he's greater than Michael Jordan, because he did something that Jordan didn't do, but I can bring up like 10 things that Michael Jordan did that LeBron never did. So what are we doing? You're picking this one. Okay, Jordan couldn't do that because he didn't play. Now, if you're saying Jordan was incapable of playing, okay, that's an argument. Who cares? To me, Jordan retired because they couldn't beat him. That was it. So Jordan, I believe in his mind, it's like, okay, We just ripped off 2 3-peats in the last 10 years. Who's beating us? Who's stopping us? Nobody. So why am I still playing? It's like you're in a park. You beat everybody at the game. You beat everybody at the park. And they're like, nah, you quit. Because somebody showed up like freaking 3 months later and started whooping. He quit because he knew I was coming. Like, yo, cut it out, man. So to me, I was very, very refreshed to see Chris Broussard pushing back. And when you have a Chris Broussard pushing back on LeBron, you know that is quite ridiculous, because he's actually a LeBron James supporter, someone who's met LeBron and all of those things. So these are my thoughts. What I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about the longevity stat? Do you think it gives him a leg up on Michael Jordan, or do you agree with the positions that Chris Broussard and Rob Parker took? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.